Okay, today we are coming to you live from the heart of Kigali. I'm joined by my good friend Elie Baryinyonza, a local media personality here in Rwanda. Elijah, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you, my brother. Pleasure to meet you.
Yes, so let's start at the very beginning before we get into our sports discussion. Tell us a bit of background about yourself and how you got to where you are today.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you. But to be where I am here today now, it comes with passion, because in Rwanda, I don't know if it is how it is in other countries, but in Rwanda, to be a journalist, it first comes with passion, and then you add education to be able at least to give something to the audience. But we normally say that you have to study at least media, of course. Maybe you could call it mass journalism, mass communication, university, and to be able to become a journalist. But in high school, I was a scientist in high school because I've studied mathematics, biology, and chemistry in high school.
Okay.
But as I felt passionate in media, I've just switched from science to journalism in my university. Okay. So I've changed it, and I think in the last 10 years, I think I've been doing this for almost 6-7 years in Rwanda. And when I came to study in university, that is when I started to approach media houses to ask for internship. And that internship became my first journey, my first step to come into this journey. And that was in 2019. Okay. That was African Cup of Nations in Cameroon in 2019, and I was just coming to the media at that period, and I've started from there, changing different radio stations, of course, where you get a good offer, you go, of course. So it was from 2019 up to today, 2025. It's been almost 6 years doing this. So there should be different struggles, different memories in my journey. As of course, 6 years doing journalism, you could actually meet with different things in media. But I've been spending almost 6 years in media.
So, did you study in Kigali also?
Of course.
So which university was it?
At that time, it used to be called Mount Kenya University. Okay. Yeah, it's actually a university from Kenya, and it has different branches in Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, Ethiopia. Different places. So in Rwanda, they actually had a branch, and I was able to go there to study. My faculty university was called Mass Media and Communication. Okay. And we know Kenya, when it comes to education, they're on high level, and especially in media, they're able to give you something special when you want to know something around related to media. So I chose to go there, spending my 3 years doing my bachelor's degree. But before finishing my bachelor's degree, like in my second year, that is when I came to media, to radio station to ask for internship, and I already finished my university while I already became a journalist. Yeah.
So, and you work for which media company now in Rwanda?
I've worked with different stations, but today I'm on Radio TV10. Okay. It is a big media house because, there was a public media house called RBA, but last time ago it used to be called Orinfo in French. But Radio TV10 is the first private media house that have happened in Rwanda. Okay. So it was in 2004. So it is a big media house. I'm working from there now. But it's not my first time to be there. That is when, by the way, Radio TV10 is where I've started doing my internship. Okay. From there, and I've spent 1 year there, I think, doing my internship. I've shifted to a new radio house called BNB. Like at that moment, there was a big journalist because I've been working with big journalists there at Radio TV10, and then they chose to create their own media house, and then they asked me to request to work with them. I accepted, go there, spend 2 years, I think, there from 2020 up to 22. And then from 22, I got another offer to go to another radio station called Radio TV1. I've spent almost 2 years, I think, from 22 up to 24. And then back to 24, I got another offer to come back to Radio TV10 with, of course, high salary and like that. So I came back there from 2024 up to now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for the Namibians listening, can you like paint a bit of a picture of the media landscape in Rwanda? Like you said, your station is the first private one you said that was started in 2004. Is there many other private ones now, or is it mainly still, largely government dominated? I saw some colleagues from Rwanda Broadcasting Corporation. I think there's another one called Rwanda Broadcasting Agency, maybe? That's RBA. That's also government, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so is it, is the media space, is it largely government, or is there a lot of private institutions also?
That? Most of others are private.
Okay.
Like Radio TV10 came for the first time, but others like Radio TV1. There was other used to be called Contact FM, Flash FM, but that one Contact FM is not working at this moment.
Oh,
it was as if they have closed already. But City Radio, those are privates. Others, like a part of RBA, others are privates. Even though they could actually have a kind of partnership with government. Of course, we are just working for Rwandans. If we're working from Rwanda, we could actually have a kind of partnership with the country, with the government. We should actually have different sort of partnership, but we are 100% private. Yeah, a part of RBA, others are private.
Okay. So, give us some insight into how big radio is in Rwanda. The few times I've been walking the streets, I see people listening to radio on their phones. If I walk past a car, it sounds like the radio is always on. So is radio a very big thing in Rwanda?
Of course. When I was studying in university, they used to tell me that media is a kind of another government. Means what? They're able to reach to audience, to citizens, a large number of citizens at the same time. Means radio and media houses are highly respected in Rwanda, because even the government, when they can you imagine, there's a governmental media house, but when they want to give message to the audience, to citizens, they did not only use that governmental media house, they even use private ones to reach to a large number of people, even though there's government, but others also have big influence. So media is something big in Rwanda, because they're playing a big role to what the government needs, of course, to share the message. And when you share the message through the media, it is easy to reach to the audience, because most of the people, not only in Kigali, but even in rural areas of the country, but by the way, even in Kigali, most of the guys in Kigali, they actually got information most of the time from the social media.
Okay.
You could say, yes, they're just listening to radios, maybe in their phones, maybe in their cars, but most of the time they got information from social media, because they are just, they have their own life, how they live with their phones, with the internet, easy to check on their social media every day. Even the government are just pushing her to share information on social media, because they that's where they're going to get their people, that's where they're going to get their audience, their citizens. But in rural areas, maybe both of them, they could actually be able to access the internet, but doesn't know how to use it to reach the informations. Most of them. Yeah. So they still take radio as the main thing to get informations. And radio or media house, the first thing of media house, I used to say, I used to study 3 things that media must do. The first is to inform, to educate, and to entertain. So when it comes to informing, of course, even the listeners, audience, they know how to get informed. And to get information from the rural villages people, they actually use radio stations than others. Like nowadays in city, in Kigali, they know they're able to access for the informations not only on radio, but on social media platforms. But at the end, or after all, radio stations is something big in Rwanda and highly respected. Yeah.
So you were talking about the difference between reaching rural people and people, I guess, more in the urban areas. So is radio digitally accessible also, or is it just on on a traditional frequency?
Or nowadays they're just changing to be digital stations, because of course they're just following where the audience are now.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays audience are online.
Mm-hmm.
You get,
Mm-hmm.
and if you want to do traditional things, you just reach in rural areas people only. But nowadays, to be able to access those from urban, whether in Rwanda or outside the country, because Rwandans are not only in Rwanda. We used to say like Rwandans are like Chinas of Africa. We say Rwandans are Nigerians and Chinese of Africa, because.
Titanium, the perfect fit between platinum and silver, complementing our existing benefit options. We always offer a comprehensive healthcare experience. NHP, the premier member-centric medical aid fund. Visit NHP today at nhp.com.na. NHP, we're about you.
Are Nigerians and Chinese of Africa, because like we say, Nigerians. I think you cannot be in a country where you cannot say a Nigerian. They're everywhere. We also say that in Rwanda, because when we came to digitalization of media, and because most of the show we actually do, they're online. They are live on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're just doing our shows in radio inside the studio, but of course at the same time being online on YouTube platforms, live on Twitter. You get. But when you see how people comment and where they're just commenting from, you can see you're just being followed by different people from around the world. You get. So as a country that is actually being quick and fast to be the first in technology, development, of course. Media could not actually be back to not be digitalized. So most of the stations now are online, are digitalized. They use social media platforms and they use those information to share informations. Whether what the information from the journalists, how the journalists are just informing, they cut a kind of short video to post them online, at least to target to those audience from social media platforms. So we are being very digitalized now.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So now moving over to the sport, why we are here today. Give us your initial and overall thoughts about the, Kigali hosting the UCI Road Championships. First time in Africa also that is happening.
Let me start in this way. There is something that happens in Kigali. We Kigalians take it as a surprise or a dreams. Let me say that, because maybe Kigalians or Rwandans doesn't know the level of their government, how they think and what they plan to do. Because to see UCI happening in Kigali, and it's not a private sector that have prepared that, it's actually government 100%. It shows what the government is just doing for people and what they're targeting for the people. You get. Well, I could be a little surprised, but in these years from 2020, what is happening here in Rwanda, how we host big things, I think we cannot be surprised to see UCI. Let me say that. We are not very surprised to, because let me tell you this. We are in 2025. We are just hosting UCI. And in 2024, we were hosting Formula One ceremony of just giving awards to the best Formula One players and participants in 2024. You get? In 2023, Rwanda has hosted Commonwealth Summit, if I'm not wrong, 2023 or 2022, you get? It was 2023. And other big event, FIFA Congress. You get FIFA Congress?
Yeah.
We've hosted FIFA Congress in Rwanda. So those are big, like within 5 years, maybe 4 years.
Also NBA Africa stuff.
NBA became something normal in Rwanda now. Because it's been almost 5 years hosting it here in Rwanda. So we are not being surprised to host NBA Africa, BAL. We always host it in Rwanda. It came as if it is something usual in Rwanda. We could be surprised if we do not host it at all. Let me say it like that. But to host FIFA Congress, to host Formula One award ceremonies, to host Commonwealth Summit, you get? Towards UCI, man, like every year we can see that Rwanda is just being on the map, is being on the platform, on being a big country, especially in hosting at all. Because, you know, Rwandan is Kigali. If you maybe, I don't know if you've traveled to know Kigali. It's not a big city at all. As, of course, Rwandan is not a big country.
Yeah.
But we are trying to maximize everything.
Yeah.
And to make Kigali looking better, being developed, maybe Kigalians are not enough to lift our Kigali to another level.
Okay.
So I think even our government saw that, and that's why they've decided to, you know, to actually attract something from out. Yeah. Hosting that kind of stuffs, building big hotels, being good in hospitalities, so that we'll be able to, you know, when the guys when the outsiders are just coming here, maybe they'll be good, feel good to be here. Maybe they will actually choose to be here, maybe attract others to be here. You know, it's a kind of business that Rwanda is just doing themselves there to host events. Because if we can see that BAL is just being something phenomenal in Rwanda. Yeah. And of course, around Africa, they know it's something big. Yeah. But if I say Rwandans are just taking it as a big thing nowadays, yeah, that would be true. That would be not true, because it should be. It's normal now. Yeah, it's normal now. It used to be big for the first time, but now it became normal that every day we hosted. Every year we hosted. So to host this kind of stuffs, one, it shows that the trust that we have in the government is working. Yeah. Because they're saying they have to develop our country. Of course, working with us, partnering with us as a people, as citizens. But when you see what they're doing, they're dreaming something big. You can see they're doing something big, and it shows that when they got opportunity of doing something unusual, something special, they got the opportunity and put it in actions. That's what they're doing now, and we're happy with it. Yeah.
And as you said, you know, not just in Rwanda, and on the whole continent, really, there's now this whole conversation about you know, using sport to develop countries, to develop economies of certain countries. And like you said, you know, like the convention center that we can see from here, the BK Arena, the stadiums, the hotels, you know, a lot of that is a result of the government's focus on attracting these international events. But now I want to hear from you as a local, someone from Rwanda that lives in Kigali. Do you feel the effect of this development? Does this really come down to you, or is it really only for the internationals, the tourists? You know, do you feel proud, or do you feel any effect of all these nice things coming to Rwanda? Does it reach the people? Is what I'm asking.
Let me. I got your question, but let me ask you. Let me answer you with my opinion. Do we people need to wait for the government to give us something, to give us food, to give us what? Like, there's a kind of slogan, let me call it slogan, that we got from the government, which says, we need to find solutions within ourselves. We need to find solutions from ourselves. What the government is doing is to create opportunities, and then we actually get benefits from those opportunities again. Okay. We need to create our own life. We need to create we need to create something for our own. We think and create something for our own. You get? As long as you're able to think, as long as you're able to see all the opportunities around, you need to think how you can just benefit from those opportunities around. Because let me say this. You cannot be rich, you cannot change your life 100% or change your life on higher level while you are working from others. You know that. Yeah. And our mindsets now, that's my opinion, we're not just thinking to work for others for a long time, but even though we don't have a kind of jobs to do to earn money to get our life, but we have to use our minds to think what we can do. Not do for others, but do for ourselves to get money, to earn money, you get? Yeah. And it's a kind of mindset that government have tried to put in us. Because if you see that the government have chosen to, to create something internationally, at least to earn money, it means that in a country, inside the country, there are not a lot of opportunities. There are not a lot of life. Even the government itself is like they're not being satisfied or being able to handle all the situations within the country. They're just looking out. Means we have some few opportunities in Rwanda, and if they go out to bring those stuffs, events, stuff like that, we could actually get those opportunities to see, okay, the thing, big events, big stuffs are just coming to be hosted in Rwanda. What can we do? What can we do to show and do to earn some money? Rwanda is not a country with let me say, like we don't have golds, we don't have diamonds, we don't have petrol. We are a rocket country. You get means opportunities must be few. You get. And all the economy, all the thing that we have to do, like we Rwandans, we people are the ones to think and create what we have to do.
Yeah,
you get. And choosing to to host international events, of course, it cannot be benefits for the government while not benefit to people, because a lot of especially youth people got jobs down there. They earn some money, of course.
Yeah,
that's the best opportunity. And other businesses that are working from Rwanda, they got other opportunities to earn money. Hotels, those working from hospitalities, businesses in Rwanda, of course, they have to get some money as long as outsiders, foreigners are just coming here in Rwanda.
Yeah.
So I think that would be another big opportunity that Rwandans should actually benefit from hosting those international events. But also other big opportunity, like as I said before, when I see you as you to come from Namibia to come to Rwanda, of course, to know you, that should be a benefit to both sides, me and you, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
And if it's an opportunity that I got from the country to host something like this and bring people from out, like how I met you, and then why can I not talk to you and see what is in Namibia, and I tell you what you have in Rwanda, you get, and then maybe you could tell me something from Namibia. Maybe I could get interested to know something new. I will come to learn, then come back here, put in actions.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a kind of benefit that I'm looking forward to host those international events in Rwanda.
Yeah, and it's a very interesting outlook, because in Namibia, there's a lot of it's a bit opposite from the people where they say they're more like what is the government doing for us kind of thing. And so to hear you saying like it's actually we must create our own opportunities, it's a good thing to hear from you.
My brother, like it's let me say this, we actually call it a fake mindset.
Yeah.
When we say government, what do we mean? Government is not the ones who are in office. Government is us, because we are the ones who elect them. We are the ones who put them in office. Of course, we elect them. Okay, we vote them. They got elected. They go into office. They're working for people. Okay, but if they are there to make their job easy, it will first start with us. What we are doing, what they're going to present. Yeah. The leaders are not going to come and then give you food at home.
Yeah.
The leaders are not going to come and then say, "Oh, come and do this job."
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
We put them to direct us, to drive us. Okay. But we are the ones to take actions. We are the ones to take decisions, and then take our thoughts, our ideas, present there to them, showing what we're just planning to do, and they will show us the direction. They will make it easy to reach to what we're just going to achieve. But waiting for the government to do something for you, as long as you are normal, as long as you have life, as long as well, if you're young, if you're a kid, understandable. But you're a man, if you're a woman, big man, do you think you still need to wait for the government to give you something?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, sure.
So, now talking about, transitioning to Rwandan sports, give us a oversight of what, like local Rwandan sports, what is that like here? What is the biggest sport here? What do people enjoy the most? Yeah. And what is the most participated in sport in Rwanda?
I could actually I'll talk to maybe 3 sports, but they're different, and I'll tell you how different it is. Most of Rwandans love football. It's a biggest sports in the world.
Yeah.
Rwandans love football a lot, and even we from media, that is what we sell than anything else. I can even tell you that, like, if we're talking about cycling, we're just talking about it because we are just hosting UCI.
Yeah.
I can even tell you that before 2 months of UCI to be hosted in Rwanda, no media house
was covering cycling.
Was actually not covering, even to talk about cycling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we are just talking to what we just wanting to sell. What people are just consuming. They're just consuming football.
Is that local football or international?
Both.
Yeah.
Because like on my radio station, we like within our radio station starts the programs from 6 in the morning and finish by 3 afternoon.
Okay, just sports.
Not only, like I want to tell you that how we start our programs and how we end our programs.
Okay.
But within those hours of programs, we take at least 7 hours talking about sports. Can you imagine? Means we're just selling sports and other stuffs in Rwanda. Yeah. Especially in media. Yeah. Means Rwandans love sports and other things. That means that what means. And within those 7 years, 7 hours, 4 hours, 4 and 4 something, we talk about local football. Okay. And then other 3 hours, we talk about international football, European football, mostly European football. And that is the biggest sports that we have in Rwanda. Even though our clubs in Rwanda are not the biggest in Africa, but when you see how Rwandans love their staffs, their clubs, it's something unusual. They are very passionate about football. Yeah. For real. Yeah. So that is the first, how passionate people are to football. Second, I'll go with basketball, and I'll give you a reason why. Okay. You know, basketball, as you said, we've been hosting BAL for almost 5 years. But it's something I've been pushed by the government. Let me say that. Basketball, I've been pushed by the government because First Family are very basketball fans. Okay. Very basketball fans. Yeah. Even those sons of the president, some of the time we see their pictures going to watch NBA from USA. Yeah. Means they're very passionate, they love basketball. Okay. So, of course, as a First Family, if they love the game, they should have been pushing it to a higher level. So, basketball is being another big event, and how, like, I can even tell you, when you see an infrastructure like a BK Arena, can you believe that people go to watch basketball in BK Arena while there doesn't even, most of them, they doesn't know the players are going to play? Really? They just know a game is happening, they'll go. And they will go to enjoy the moments, they go to enjoy the infrastructure. Okay. Because when you are there, the DJ, the music, of course, but to be in that kind of infrastructure, that kind of big house, that would be a good moment for you. And then, like, to approach people, to attract people in that way, of course, day by day, slowly by slowly, they are being interested and love basketball every day. So now, basketball is something that's very developing in Rwanda. And I can even say that we have a very big team in basketball, maybe APL, basketball club. They're just playing, they were in South Africa to play these games of BAR. Like our club, APR, the APR basketball club, is one of maybe 7-8 biggest basketball clubs in Africa. Okay. Yeah. So a part of that, there's basketball. Of course, there's a First Family game. It is being pushed to high level and it's a good game. People are just feeling interested with it. And third is just cycling. Cycling, you know, there's a level of cycling actually. There's a, like, when we start to do cycling in Rwanda, doing what is called Tour du Rwanda, to travel around the country, there was like, we actually on the level of, it is called 2.2. in cycling. I don't know if you know, but it was just 2.2. But when we were just developing and then putting to higher level, to higher standard, we got a kind of degree, a kind of grade to put it to 2.1. Yeah. And putting to 2.1 is a kind of points or marks that government have been presenting to ask for hosting UCI. So cycling is a game that Rwandans are very interested to watch because most of the all of them, they pay nothing to watch. As long as it's free to go to the roads watching cycling, just doing stuffs, people go to watch. So those are three main sports in the country: football, basketball, and cycling. Okay. Yeah.
So hearing you speak, what I'm curious about is we can say maybe about 10 years ago is when, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is when the Rwandan government really made this push for increasing sports development, right? Is it about 10 years?
Yeah.
Maybe a bit earlier?
I could say 10 years, but even shorter than that. Because I used to hear to the president last time. I think that was when he was changing the government and putting a new minister of sports in office, like the current minister of sports.
Miss Nelly
Mkazaya, you know her, yeah. Our president said that sports is business, and we are targeting to do a very good business in sports. You know what that means? As long as we don't have a big athletes and we don't have a very big clubs to present the country, you should actually have to do business in sports in other way. So another way of doing business in sports now is to host all sports events. Like when you hear president saying love, why you have big athletes, you have big clubs to present the country, to do business in sports, of course, is to host. Yeah. That's why we have Amaro Stadium, a big stadium. I think maybe you know Amaro Stadium, right?
Yeah, it's next to BK.
There's Amaro Stadium. There's BK Arena. Yeah. There's a thing called Zaria Court. Zaria Court. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, so
it's around the Amaro Stadium course. Like you pass to Zaria Court to go to Amaro Stadium to go to BK Arena. Yeah. But that Zaria Court, it is a kind of it's an infrastructure that mixes sports and entertainment. There should be a sport like basketball to be played inside. There should be music shows, music events, okay? But as of now, sports in Rwanda, the government are taking it as a business to host sports than athletes to act.
Yeah, so that was actually going to be my question, is like, so since there's been this push for sports development, why do we not see more like Rwandan talent coming from the country? Like, why don't we see your national basketball teams performing, your national football teams, or maybe even athletics athletes? But so you're saying actually the government decided, instead of doing that, let's just focus on the pure business side, the international side. So that's something I didn't think about, because in Namibia also our government is talking a lot about sports as a business.
Yeah, but think about it.
Yeah, but a lot of people are saying it more like to develop Namibian talent.
That's what they think.
Instead of hosting per se. So I think it's an interesting dynamic. So do you think they should be now focused to develop actual Rwandan sports? So people like we see down here, there's kids playing. Can these kids one day become professional footballers in Rwanda, or should they more be focused on the maybe deciding to work in sports marketing or something, instead of the sport itself?
When it comes to develop sports through in detecting talents, man, like I'm a sports journalist, and I've been spending my 6 years, of course, knowing what is going on in the country. But when it comes to detect talents in Rwanda, we have failed 100%.
You have failed, you said?
Yeah, failed.
Yeah.
And when you're just getting to know the reason of get failed, it's not because we don't have a talents. Not really. We have we can see people around. We have a tall guys. Even me, you're talking to, I am tall.
Yeah.
Maybe I am tall. I can play basketball. I can play other volleyball again. And in football, can you imagine if you have neighbors of DRC. They're good in sports, in football. Okay? What Uganda is doing today, they're our neighbors. They're good in football.
Kenya.
Tanzania is doing something unusual via their clubs, Simba and Yanga. I think in all the clubs, they're doing something unusual. So why other countries around us are just something and are just doing something unusual in football, but not us? Are they talented than us? I don't think so. But how they get detected, how they detect their talents, and to detect the talents, it is something maybe looking expensive because you cannot see the results in front of you for the young kid who's trying to play football. 9 years, 10 years, 11 years players, you cannot see them playing like when they're 11 or 12. Not easy to see them on their 25. And to see that at their 25 they'll be on higher level. That'll be something not easy. And like to believe and choose to invest in athletes, we are failed with that, and that affected athletes to do not play on high level. I'll actually give you an example when I come to my second idea or opinion. Administration in sports, and I'm sorry, but I'll talk about football.
Please.
Administration, how our football is being driven. It's for interest of a certain individuals. Let me say that.
That seems to be a continental problem. Because it's maybe the same in Namibia.
Maybe continental, but it's interest of certain individuals, and they have power. That when you are complaining, you can tell nothing. Means they're not interested in developing talents, detecting talents, investing talents to get developed, and they're just looking for themselves. And that if it is just happening like that, of course that will kill development of talents in Rwanda. And those guys who are saying that, who are doing that, they're big fishes. They're superpower people. Even me, like you are international journalist. You're from Namibia, but I cannot mention even one name. I cannot. I don't know like how this will impact, but I don't need to mention anything. Even in how we do that in Rwanda, how we do critics in our sports shows. Most of the time, we do not mention names, but we know when we are free, like when we are free to talk to anything as if we have anything to lose, we could mention the names. I say this guy and this guy, they're killing our game. If they live in the offices and they live here, something will change.
So sorry to cut you. So even though you are private media, you are not really allowed to publicly criticize the public officials in sport.
Due to how we Rwandans are, that is good, because if you are allowed to say everything we want, we cannot be driven. Because we know how Rwandans are. Rwandans are not easy. Let me say that. Rwandans are what they think, how close the mind they are. If you drive them in the way they want, let me say like this, if you give them 100% freedom, you could reach to nothing.
Really?
Because they could destroy everything at all. And that is why I support doing it in this way. And when people are just doing it like, because it's not in every department or every sector that you could see people doing something like that. It's not it's only in football. But other sectors, of course, tourism, hospitality, of course, other businesses, they're just developing a part of football. Others have been developed a part of football. And if you if you allow Rwandans to talk what they want in football, maybe they could change something, but it is all about to let Rwandans being free to talk what they want. And if you allow them to talk what they want, bro, you could reach to nothing. They could destroy everything. Even man, we are jealous people. Let me say that. Very, very jealous people. Let me say, I'm Rwandan. I know them, and I'm saying the truth. We are not happy to see our colleague being developed to higher level. I'm sorry, but we are jealousy people at all. So you could be in a position, being a good guy in a position, but because I felt just to you, that's an example, I could find something to destroy you.
Yeah.
So means if you are there and you're Rwandans, you need to have strong power.
Yeah.
And that's why when people are saying that we have a president who just in the country for a long time, we know the Rwandans. Give them 100% freedom, and so what happens.
Really?
That's the truth.
Yeah, no, that's interesting to hear.
It's the truth. Yeah, man.
Yeah, nice. I mean, the whole thing of not wanting to see your colleague, I mean, I think also that is I think it's a continental thing also.
Is that also continental?
Yeah, definitely.
Something not good, man. Something not good, bro.
Yeah.
Because that's why, like, you know, let me share with you my personal decisions. Can you believe that I don't have a lot of friends, but I have the people that we know each other. Because I count you as my friend. Well, you know, at least where I live, you came to invite me. That's when I count you as my friend. And you know what? I don't have many people who come to meet me at my home. Not really. You know why? When you come to see where I live, what you are going to talk out, will destroy me. So I do not allow you to come into my life and then be able to know where I live. Yeah. And if you allow me to come to know.
Short on cash, here's what you can get for less than $20 Namibian at USAVE. 750 milliliters Polar Greek dishwashing liquid, $14.99 Namibian. 500 grams Romy 37% fat spread, $14.99 Namibian. 200 grams Champion liver spread, $19.99 Namibian. 100 milliliters Aquafresh toothpaste, $19.99 Namibian. And a packet of Tiffany cream biscuits for just $6.99 Namibian. USAVE, your low budget grocery store with good food, cost less.
And then be able to know where I live.
Yeah.
And if you allow me to come to know where I live, at that moment I could know that you, at least, you are good to me. Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting thing of life that happens. So, Elijah, the last thing I want to ask you about is, in school, I learned there's one saying, a teacher told us once in class that, sport is a reflection of society. Basically meaning that the things that we see in society, whether it's corruption, whether it's, even on the positive side, just anything, those are the things that we end up seeing in sport as well. Basically saying that there's nothing that happens in sport that only happens in sport. For example, if there's racist incidents in sports, it's because you have racism in your overall society. So when you hear that quote, that sport is a reflection of society, can you describe it in a Rwandan context, how Rwandan society is reflected in the sport? I mean, you touched on it a little bit with the football, but, just an overall picture of that.
Well, in general, there's this thing called sports. When you say sports, you say a lot of things. There are even sports for those rich people who are there to enjoy. There's a sports for those who are looking for money, for looking for life. But let's talk about the sports for those people who are looking for life. Most of those sports are dirty games. Not only in Rwanda, but around the world. We see what happens to people who used to lead FIFA. A French guy was called, he used to lead UEFA. Michel Platini. Do you know that guy?
Yeah.
And you know what happened to him? He got poisoned due to they said he used to receive the corruption. So the corruptions, he was corrupted. Even in FIFA, the guy who used to read FIFA before Seblater, before Infantino, they were both in prison. They went in prison for the kind of corruptions. Means what? Football is a dirty game. Yeah. Most of those sports who have played by those people from scratch. Yeah. Most of those sports are dirty games. Yeah. It is something global. Let me say it like that. And we humans around the world if I say we are like, we actually, it is as if we are not good indeed. Like when you see how we act to others nowadays, 2025, there are a lot of wars around the world. Not only in Africa, there are a lot of wars. Near Asia, a lot of wars. I'm just meaning to those from Israel, Pakistan, Yemen, those stuff like that. Yeah. There is another wars in Europe, of course, Ukraine, Russia, something like that. So it means like it is something easy for people to, to do not love each other, to do not wish something good to each other, to choose to give peace to others, to reach to the level that we can just choose to kill each other to look for a peace. That's how it is. People will kill each other to look for a peace. So if it is on that level, so that people could actually choose to kill to look for a peace, means we humans are not good. That's how it is. And what happens in football or in sports in general, of course, it reflects the image of the society. And our society, when it comes to football, when it comes to sports, I think we reflect something new. Yeah. Why? Or you could see us on the roads watching the cyclists. Okay? Maybe you could see us maybe smiling, shining, celebrating the games, enjoying the games, okay? Yeah. But doesn't mean we are always maybe enjoying the life. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. But I see sports as something that could make people being a little busy, and then life moves on. Yeah, like a small distraction from life. But in general, maybe I could say even though sports reflects how people lives in their life, but it also hides something. It also hides maybe something emotional. We go there to enjoy. We do not go there to feel not good. We go there to be busy watching some stuffs, to enjoy, to spend our time there, at least being emotionally good, okay? But in general, when you say sports, it's just kind of reflecting how people live, their society's life. Maybe I could look at that angle in economical way. Yeah. Let me say that. Like reflection of sports in society. Maybe economically, I could just see how people live. Because, as I said before, people are just paying nothing to come to watch the cycling. Yeah. Okay? But if you put the game in the stadium, maybe Amahoro Stadium, Amahoro has 45,000 seats. And if you put the game there and say you need to pay maybe $5, let me say to come and watch the game, you cannot even have 10,000. Really? Yeah, for real. So when they have games in there, are they always free to fill the stadium? For the first time, it used to be free. But like when they're just opening Amahoro Stadium, it used to be free, forced out to do protocols. But day by day, it's not free, but at least you need to minimize the price. Yeah. To reach to under $1. When I say 1K Rwandan francs, it's a kind of $0.78. So let's say Kenya is coming to play in the stadium, friendly against Rwanda. What is a normal ticket price to get in Rwandan franc? 1K. But then the stadium is full? It cannot be full. No? The stadium got full for the tickets once. And that was a game against, like, you saw this club called Rwandan Sport. Is a biggest supported club in Rwanda. A biggest supported club in Rwanda. There was a game against Rwandan Sport and APR, and APR is another big club in Rwanda. And at that time, it was going to be the first game to be played in Amahoro Stadium with those clubs, at the biggest clubs in Rwanda. And Rwandan Sport makes sure that they're going to sell and do sold out. Man, they did everything possible. They did very big PR. They did media tours to advertise that game. And at that time, the lowest ticket was 2K. 2K was the lowest. Yeah. 2K or 3K, if I'm not wrong. Man, they got sold out and it was something historical.
Yeah.
Because from that game, there was not sold out again.
Never again.
Never.
This was what year?
Even today. Eh?
This was what year?
Maybe last 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, last 2 years. Last 2 years. Last 2 years. Last 2 years. Yeah. Yeah, last 2 years.
Yeah, no, that's interesting.
Last 2 years or like it's between 1.5 and 2 years.
Yeah, no, that's interesting because, you know, that's kind of what I was alluding to earlier when I was asking about the local sports. You know, we have these nice facilities like the stadium you're talking about, but we can't fill it with our own people, basically.
So do you think the government have built a big stadium like that to host local staffs?
I mean, not only local stuff, but
as I said,
but I'm saying
we are doing
also
business in sports.
Yeah,
they're targeting something big.
Yeah.
Let me. Well, as a journalist, let me share with you something. Maybe it could be new to you. Do not be surprised when you see something called Super Cup in Africa to be hosted in Amor Stadium. Don't be surprised. You know, there was this football competition for the legends. It was called FIFA World Cup Legends. FIFA Legends World Cup. It was going to take place in Amor Stadium, and that time we actually had maybe I can call him a scammer. Like that. It was a Cameroonian guy who were just preparing for that, inviting big players. Ronaldinho could come, Samuel Eto'o could be here, those big players, Thierry Henry could be here. But like that is his proposal. He said, "I'm just going to invite big players and they're just going to come, okay?" And the Amor Stadium was there to host them, and Rwandans were able to welcome them, of course. But the guy failed to invite big players. I think at that time the guy who accepted to come was Ronaldinho. And JJ Okocha, I think. You know the JJ Okocha?
Yeah, of course.
Those only two.
Yeah.
But he was proposing to say Eto'o will come, Thierry Henry will come, even David Beckham should come.
Yeah.
But he failed to invite all of them. Yeah. And you know, the events, like before one month or something, some weeks before events, like 2 weeks before events, the confirmed superstars were only two, Okocha and Ronaldinho. Yeah. You know what happened? Because already are the ones who actually do partners with those staff to come to Rwanda. Yeah. They've cancelled it.
Okay.
Because there was no big impact. If only Dinho and the Okocha, there was no big impact. Means what? Amor Stadium has built for attracting something big.
For big stars.
Yeah, maybe we could actually benefit of having it, and then we do match. We play local games down there. But not every game. Yeah. Yeah. But the target is just hosting those big games. Super Cups. Most of those big players are coming to play here. Yeah, something. Because even to rent a rent for that big Amor Stadium, in Rwandan franc, it's 20 million Rwandan francs.
Really?
Yeah.
That's for like a few hours.
When you put it in dollars, it is actually more than $15,000 to rent it for one day.
One day.
So it means not every club can just rent it while you're not able to generate that kind of
to make the money back.
Not every club, not every game can be played from there. Yeah.
Nice, interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, before I take up too much of your time, the final question I have is about when I was doing research for the UCI before I came, some of the European media, they of course had some negative things to say, talking about the whole conflict with Congo thing. Some people were concerned about their safety and things like that. So as a Rwandan yourself, as a local, that conflict at the border, how does it one, what is your view on it, and two, how does it affect life, I guess, here in we're not at the border, but in Kigali itself, how does that impact your life, if at all?
Let me say, well, when it comes to this kind of conflicts, it has roots from a history, and you used to be there as a problem for almost 30 years. But before 30 years, like there was another problems in Eastern Congo, and as I said, it has a roots from history. It is all started with the colonials. You know why? We Rwandans, we speak in Rwanda as our official local language.
Yeah.
But we have other people who lives near the country, not inside, but outside the country, but near, who also speaks Kinyarwanda as their local language. You know why? Those places near the country, Eastern Congo, south of Uganda, west of Tanzania, used to be part of Rwanda before colonials.
Okay.
Used to be part of Rwanda, but you know this thing called Berlin. I don't know if you know in the history, but there was a meeting called the Berlin Congress. Let me say that. In Europe, it was a meeting in Germany last time ago, like in history. That is when they decided to divide the country.
Okay. Yeah.
And dividing the country, I want to explain that kind of conflicts from roots. I don't mean to say that. Maybe you could actually get your own image.
Yeah.
When they divide the country, they actually divide the people into two countries. Those like, let me use an example. Maybe I'll explain it to you. You can see this place. Okay. Maybe this used to be Rwanda. Okay.
Yeah.
And then in that meeting, they've cut one of the parts of the country. Okay. And Rwanda remain like this.
Yeah.
And those people from here are not Rwandans at that moment. While they speak in Rwanda, they behave like Rwandans.
Yeah.
They have the same culture like Rwandans.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
And then they used to live in those places. And if you say those people who used to be Rwandans are now becoming Congolese, those are now becoming Ugandans, and now becoming Tanzanians.
Yeah.
Of course, the governments must actually accept that.
Yeah.
I mean, the governments for those countries.
Those countries.
Yes, that happened, and that was good to them. No problem, as long as they got another land to be added to their country. And in 1994, in genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda, I don't know, maybe do you know the history of genocide against the Tutsi?
A little bit, yeah.
All right. But it was just a genocide targeting the Tutsi in Rwanda, and after all, genocide have stopped, and those who were targeting Tutsis went abroad, went out of the country. Most of them went to Congo, in Eastern Congo, of course. And to go to Eastern Congo, they actually had an ideology of hating Tutsis.
Okay. The Eastern Congolese.
Normally, they actually had an ideology of hating Tutsis, and that's why they have prepared a genocide against them to kill them, because they were targeting to kill everyone who called a Tutsi. To the level that they could actually kill even the baby under the bed of his mom. As long as husband is a Tutsi, even the baby inside the belly is also a Tutsi. So he must be killed. That was their ideas, just to kill every Tutsi around, so that maybe Tutsi could be forgotten.
Yeah.
So did happen to how they wanted, but Tutsis were around the country. But people who used to live in Eastern Congo before the divide, they were also Tutsis.
Okay.
You get?
Yeah.
And when the soldiers, those who were killing, when they went to Congo, when the government, when RPF took the place in Rwanda, those people went there. Of course, they went with that ideology, and they will get received and welcomed by the government of Congo. He used to be led by the president used to be called Mobutu Sese Seko Wazabanga. He was a good friend with the President Habyarimana, who used to lead Rwanda. He was a good friend of him at all. Okay? And of course, Mobutu, who used to lead Congo, was not actually happy to see his son, his friend, got killed, because he got killed, of course. Not killed by the RPF, but when you follow how it happened, his airplane got, they actually, they gunned it. Yeah. Before there was a meeting in Tanzania in Arusha, and the President Habyarimana came to Rwanda with his plane, and they fired him in plane. You know why? They fired their soldiers. Chose to fire him because he was just actually accepting to mixture the government and the leadership with those from RPF who wanted to come. You get? So if he accepted, the guys from inside the country at that time, they were not happy with it, and they chose to do what? To fire him. Okay? So to kill him, they used it. They killed him and started to kill Tutsis at that time, because that was their target since long time ago. You get? And then the government came to support. I mean, the RPF came to support, came to fight with those who were killing, stopping genocide, but also fighting with the world with those soldiers of the country at that time. Yeah. Of course, RPF won them, stopped genocide, and the losers, of course, went in Congo as the country who used to be a friend with the ex-president of Rwanda. You get? And when they reached this country, of course, he got a good welcome, and they started to put hate and teach ideology in Congolese on how Tutsis are not good, so that they could not actually live peacefully with those Tutsis. Before being there, before those losers, soldiers, before they go to Congo, Tutsis from there used to live peacefully. There was no problem inside. So they actually went there, started to share ideologies of how Tutsis are not good people. You get? So that is when the conflict started. Tutsis from Congo called Banyamulenge. They started to leave their cows. Most of them went to Burundi. Others came to Rwanda. Others came to Uganda. Okay? They started to leave their stables, because those who used to be in the government of Rwanda and the others who they're called Hutus. Those Hutus who used to want to kill Tutsis, they don't want to live with Tutsis. They came, government supported them. You know what happened? It is actually a kind of long history, but they went as soldiers and as people who were killing. There was not only soldiers. There was not only soldiers who were killing Tutsis. Even people who were just being supported by the government all went to Congo, started to kill those Tutsis from there. You know what happened? The government, those who took place in Rwanda, wanted to bring those people back in the country. Whether those who did those stuffs to get penalized, to get fined, whether those who are innocent, but when they're in Congo, even their camps were near the border of Rwanda, which is not allowed. Actually, in the laws of UN, you cannot put a camp near the country of where people are just moving from. You better put them far to avoid the conflict. Okay, but the governments of Congo put their camps near the border. You know what happened? The government who took place in Rwanda claimed to the UN to see what is going on and then solve the problem. And they said, if you are not solving the problem, as long as you're being affected, we are going to solve it by ourselves. So the UN just take it as if they don't care. Ignored, So they ignored, of course. The government who took place in Rwanda decided to go solve the problems by themselves. When are they going to solve? They go to remove the president of Congo, Mobutu Sese Seko. He got removed from the office by, let me say, that is truth. Of course, politically, you don't have to go by your own as if it is a country of Rwanda who's going to fight for Congo. Sometimes you find the reason why, and then you go in a kind of undercover, in other name. There was an opposition of Congo at that time who were living in Tanzania. So they went to look for him, tell him that they're able to put him in office in Congo. But they're going to go there in his name, like, to be undercover of him. You get? So they went, like, they said it is this guy. He used to be called the Laurent Désiré Kabila. So Désiré Kabila was in opposition an opposition leader of the government of Congo. He was not even able to get to power because he was not really related with the fighters, with the soldiers. But the government of Rwanda, even the government of Uganda, both have supported him because he was living in Tanzania as a migrant. So they fight in his name, removed Mobutu Sese Seko and put Mr. Kabila in the office. But their target was there to bring back Rwandans who used to live here, who went in Congo, all of them, to bring them back, and that happened, of course. Most of the people came back at that time, not 100%, but most of them have came. Okay, so conflict started like in that time, 94, 95, 96, like that. So of course they were supported by Rwanda at that time. And how those Tutsis who used to live in Congo, they did not live peacefully from that time, because those Hutus who went there from Rwanda used to keep being there, of course. Rwanda went there, but they did not actually remove everyone from there. You get, they used to live there, and then a conflict started by that time. You know what happened? Those Tutsis from here choose actually to fight for themselves, not always move out. They said, we have actually to create our own soldiers, and they start to fight for our life. They start to fight for our rights, okay? And when they started fighting now, they kept saying Rwanda, it is Rwanda. They kept saying it is Rwanda. Why? There's people who used to live here as a Congolese. They choose to fight for themselves, to fight for their rights. And when they are fighting, while, as I told you before, they speak in Rwanda. As I told you, there is already speaking in Rwanda, okay? So they keep speaking in Rwanda. When they speak in Rwanda, the government of Kinshasa keeps saying they are Rwandans who are just coming to fight. While there are people from here who speak in Rwanda. As I explained to you before. They say they are Rwandans who are just coming to fight with Congo. And of course, they call the big nations that Rwanda is just coming to fight with them. So at that time, maybe those big nations, because they know what they're going to gain from Congo, because Congo is a rich country,
lots of resources,
with different resources, of course, natural resources. So maybe they could listen to them just to take it to the resources, and that's why they choose to sanction Rwanda and different stuffs by saying Rwanda is not safe, like something to give bad image to the country. But as long as you live here in Rwanda, you know how, like, you can at least see by yourself how Rwanda is. But all those stuff to sanction Rwanda, to say Rwanda is just in Congo to fight for stuff, blah 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 like that, it is because those who are fighting, they speak in Rwanda, but they are Congolese, as the history of dividing the country did it. They are Congolese. Can you imagine? They didn't divide to Congo. Uganda has those who speak in Rwanda. Tanzania have them, but they live peacefully. These ones used to live peacefully before those who did genocide in Rwanda go there. They used to live peacefully, like how Tanzania are, how Ugandans are. Those used to live peacefully. It has changed when those genociders from Rwanda went there. You get? It all changed from that moment.
I understand now.
Man. That's how it is. Maybe you're going to pay me mad because I gave you something.
That's a good. Something I didn't know.
You didn't know this?
No.
But at least you know something. Man, go there and then explain to others. Talk to others to show them the truth here. But the problem is that when people even are explaining it, people from Rwanda, most of them speak the local language. They explain to Rwandans. We Rwandans know. But if you, like, Rwandans are, like, as I said, Rwandans are, like, maybe they could fight for social media, but we are not on, like, we are a platform to explain that. And even though it is a truth that people know, they do not actually spread it, because Congo are just approaching others, of course, bringing something to give to them. Maybe they should say what Congo needs to talk out. But the truth is that Yeah, it all started with the colonies. Even our president, when he's saying it, he always say it is the root cause of colonies, how they divided the country, and if they divide the country, they need to know how they're going to treat those people to live peacefully.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy that it's still happening today, like this.
Yeah, people should know this. But
long conflicts.
Day by day, they should know.
Yeah,
man.
Now, Elijah, thank you for your time.
Pleasure, man. I think
people of Namibia will appreciate all the knowledge you gave us.
You show me feedback.
So yeah, I will.
Yeah, show me feedback.
Lipuranengeno wapumbwa Eva tere ulikoni maundu tutoingida ashike kapeno nwe utite okoye ekukulile oshafafana nongeshefa ili meholamo ihoetike kovano ile koshiwana onongeshefa yapumbwa kukaraya kovano okupitiramo Eagle FM otuna evitoda njuka okukwetera oipindi konu kwandado nawa nunudo otukwetera o special ngeta shake ngeshefa omarudi dayo loka opone ushendi nawa nokumona oijabo ili nawa ningepata fanona monika ko Eagle FM onora etatimwe bali heali nola natu heali bali no heali ile konderewa bora hetatu natu bali o hetatu batatu o mafelane Eagle FM the eye.
Right, tell me, give us your thoughts on the performance of Team Namibia at these championships.
The performance was above board. I would like to say that above board, both the coach and I are pretty much satisfied. Two of our riders finished the race, and that's Roger and Dalcia. And then we had Marie, who had a technical. Obviously, she was pulled off because we had two technicals. They pulled off the race. Marco Thiel had a crash, and then he had to get off also. But then, generally, I would like to say that this is a phenomenal experience for the team. It's a world. I mean, you can't get any better. You're at the Worlds, complete your race at the Worlds. A little bit of bad luck, the others didn't finish, not excuses, but I mean, it's just tough luck on our side. But we'd like to say thank you to the sponsors and obviously the Federation and the team for always supporting the development of sports. What we'd like to do is elevate these kids and they're opening doors to other kids. The juniors, of course, we'd like to get to an elite stage. It's a gradual process, but we are getting there. Obviously, me being here, attending the UCI World Congress is a platform where you can network and remain relevant and put Namibia on the map. Obviously, telling the people what you think should be done to improve cycling in Africa. With that said, the recently Women's Tour that held, feedback that we got is phenomenal. We're just going to go upwards from here and going to work in collaboration with the government and the corporates in Namibia. And also the people that we've met here in the countries that we've met, we'll try and collaborate and see how to assist the sport coach for cycling.
And speaking of the Congress and just the experience overall, what's maybe one of your biggest takeaways or something that you learned that you want to take back to Namibia?
Well, first of all, I would like to congratulate Rwanda for hosting such a magnificent event. Having the Worlds in Africa for the first time is phenomenal. It's huge. And what we really need to learn is we need to improve and keep our country clean, not because it's not clean, but the level of cleanliness here it would be an understatement if I say it's immaculate. What I took from the Congress is that it's well organized. I attended my first Congress that had to do with cycling in Egypt at the Confederation of African Cycling called Elective Congress, but this one is just at another level. I mean, this is the world, and you have every country that every cycling nation at that, and the comments and the takeaways there is that we need to do better, and people also want the UCI to give more support to African countries. Obviously, they're also taking it step by step in growing the sport. The sport was started in Europe, but now it's a drop-down effect going into Africa. And what we want to do as the Southern African countries is that we want to push the cycling. We want to push cycling in Africa, and that's basically what we want to do. And we've started. It's baby steps. Having the first ever UCI Women's Tour on the calendar of the UCI calendar was a big feat. And what the UCI president said, or the comments that he gave, is that definitely they're going to come back and they give us more support. There was a gravel champs that we also had. It was a UCI calendar event. It was a top event, and we're sure that we've probably attracted more countries that will come next year, provided that we stage this event.